It's June 27th, 2023, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and apparently I'm the devil. Who knew? Busy week for Hunter Biden. A report was shared that Hunter was kicked out of a sex club in New York City for grabbing a woman's backside. He was behaving like a spoiled child, said an onlooker at the club, who just happened to be Bill Clinton. Biden also reached a plea deal with federal prosecutors where he agreed to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax offenses. Following his plea, Biden went to his dad's house where he had dinner, washed his laundry, and hid in the woods all weekend. You can take the entitled narcissist out of the prep school, but you can't take the prep school out of the entitled narcissist. A new poll shows that 74% of people believe that under the Biden administration, the direction of the country is headed on the wrong track. Though Biden will take the win that anything is on any track. Upon hearing about the latest train derailment, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said, and went on paternity leave again. OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush has been added to the Wikipedia article that lists inventors killed by their own inventions. Other notable inventors include Methamphetamine Mark and Shark Bite Suit Dennis. The Kansas Attorney General plans to go to court to keep transgender people from changing their birth certificates, because there are few things as embarrassing as having Kansas as your birthplace on your birth certificate. Well, folks, I know we're all tired of hearing about it, but the Writers Guild is still on strike. If they go as long as they did last time, they're halfway done. Here for more commentary on how the strike is affecting the film industry is Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent and former future rock star, Allie O'Neill. Thank you, Allie, for that fantastic musical number. Surely that kind of entertainment is worth subscribing to. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and every click helps. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do, so that we can keep the comedy, the music, and the comedy music coming your way. New York City is cracking down on wood and coal-fired pizza spots, forcing pizzerias to cut carbon emissions by 75%, meaning New Yorkers will have to eat pizza cooked my preferred way, boiled. The U.S. Department of Agriculture finally gave the A-OK to sell lab-grown poultry to American consumers. The phrase, "it tastes like chicken," will soon be changed to, "it tastes like cell-cultivated fertilized egg product." Delicious. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention found sales of electronic smoking devices rose 46% between January 2020 and December 2022, which is great because it segues into our announcement that our award-winning Grease parody, Vape the Musical, is coming to New York City, baby, August 24th, 26th, and 27th. At the People's Improv Theater, The Pit. Go to the Pit's website shown here at the bottom of the screen and linked in the description below and get your tickets today. Vape the Musical finally coming to the Big Apple. And that's what I call a gratuitous plug. In local news, a group promoting plant-based eating wants a new name for the baseball team out of Macon, Georgia, known as the Macon Bacon. And we can't come up with a punchline any more ridiculous than that headline already is, so we're not even going to try. Moving over to college football, Colorado coach Deion Sanders will not need to have his foot amputated. Sorry to all of you that had that on your celebrity headline bingo cards for 2023. A chain of ice cream parlors in Portland, Oregon, has started to flavor their ice cream with other restaurants' discarded food. "Hey, that's ours," said the homeless. And now, here with a Sketchworks NewsBrake weather report is Tim Millard, who will not be singing, so don't worry.
It's raining right now. Yeah, that's definitely rain. An umbrella would be really nice right about now, but I don't think we have any money in the NewsBrake budget for umbrellas or really anything else. For Sketchworks NewsBrake, I'm Tim Millard.
Thank you, Tim. I don't even own an umbrella. That's why I never go outside. The newspaper chain Gannett announced that it will be suing Google, claiming Google has contributed to the downfall of newspapers. Google asked where they can find evidence for this claim. Gannett responded, "Oh, come on, do you really want us to say it? Fine, Google it. Happy now?" Two lawyers were fined $5,000 for submitting fictitious legal research written by ChatGPT. As per usual, the lawyers then directly billed the amount of the fine to the client. When the judge was asked why he didn't give harsher sanctions, he said, "Well, they provided a well-written apology letter. But now that I think about it, it was strange in some parts, like getting into the history of apologies. Oh well, I'm sure they learned their lesson." Hackers stole information from thousands of pilot applications at American and Southwest Airlines. They would have hacked into Spirit Air as well, but they didn't want to pay Spirit's fee for hacking into their computers. A 70-year-old billionaire died after crashing in a race car in Colorado on his birthday. In other news, Denver strippers Kimberly, Coco, and Alexa St. John have announced their retirements after a recent influx of money. A man in Britain has been sentenced to prison after performing a sex act with a baby seagull, because he should have waited until the seagull turned 18. President Joe Biden says, high-speed internet is a necessity, and he pledges it will be available in all American homes by 2030. Finally, internet porn will no longer be just for the rich and lonely. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie was booed at the Conservative Faith and Freedom Coalition conference, for criticizing former President Trump. He later received a standing ovation, however, when he walked into an old country buffet. Current New York Senator Chuck Schumer is launching an effort to write new rules for use of artificial intelligence. Unbeknownst to Schumer, his staff will rely on AI to write those new rules. And current Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene reported her smart TV turned on by itself. She said this means she is being spied on, or someone is trying to kill her. When authorities pointed out that her dog sat on the remote, she accused them of being androids created by Bill Gates in his invisible Cloud City laboratory. Wake up, sheeple! To hire new drivers, a trucking company has placed hiring ads in a truck simulation video game. That sounds exciting, huh? This game teaches you skills such as how to drive a semi-truck, loading product, and unloading your product onto a sex worker at a rest stop. Thursday, LAPD uncovered 15 pounds of heroin, a kilo of fentanyl, and firearms, among other things, hidden in a vending machine in downtown Los Angeles. Police made the discovery after a man shook the vending machine when his selection became stuck and was shot in the face. A Kentucky woman fatally shot an Uber driver as she thought he was kidnapping her and taking her to Mexico. The shooting took place in El Paso, Texas, while the woman was visiting her boyfriend. She said she got concerned when she kept seeing signs for Mexico. Her lawyers looked to defend her by pointing out she learned geography in Kentucky. A man in Spain broke the Guinness World Record for fastest 100-meter dash by someone wearing high heels. The previous record was held by every woman I've ever approached at a bar. Denver, that's in Colorado, is hosting a major psychedelics conference, and the featured speakers include quarterback Aaron Rodgers, rapper Jaden Smith, and interdimensional elves telling me that God's really a squirrel. A bald puppy with backward-facing legs was crowned 2023's World's Ugliest Dog last week. The runner-up for World's Ugliest Dog was Khloe Kardashian. International Fart Quietly in a Public Space Day was last week, or, as you fancy people refer to it, yoga. The 50th BET Awards were held Sunday night in Los Angeles, and once again, I left empty-handed. $7.5 million Robo-Alive Junior Baby Shark Sing and Swim bath toys were recalled after reports of impalement, lacerations, and puncture injuries. When questioned, the manufacturer said, "Oh, I get it now. It's from a kids' show. I thought they wanted a realistic shark. My bad." In a related story, a new study shows dolphins use a high-pitched baby talk to speak to their children, just as humans do. The study also shows how dolphins deal with their children when they don't listen. They straight up kill them. Finally this week, the reclining Statue of Liberty is spending its final days in Brooklyn before heading off to a contemporary art museum. The Spread Eagle Statue of Liberty was supposed to join the trip, but it is still serving jail time for indecent exposure. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me.
But let's always take a moment to also see what we have achieved thus far, while we clearly see the moment that we are presently in. So we have achieved a lot.